Hi there, welcome. This is going to be a restorative yoga for the full moon session. And this particular class is actually day 5 of a 5-day restorative yoga and yoga nidra immersion here on YouTube. And I'm going to post all of the details below. So if you're just finding this and you'd like to participate in the full 5-day experience with our staff at the School of Living Yoga, you'll be able to find all of the details and the playlist below. Know that if you're participating in this immersion in real time, we are doing a giveaway of this amazing eye massager machine that I'm in love with. And I'm really so excited to be giving that away. So huge thank you to Bob and Brad, fellow YouTube creators. They're physiotherapists and they make these awesome products, and they're allowing us to give one away on the channel. So that's exciting, and all you have to do to have a chance to win that prize is to leave a comment below on each of the 5 days of the immersion. So for this practice, you might not have restorative yoga props at home. That's okay. I'm going to link to a video here with Tiina where she describes how to make restorative yoga props with things that you already have in your own home. But what I have for today is a little pillow, and I have a strap, which is optional, a strap or a scarf. I have a folded blanket, and then I've got my yoga mat with a rolled out extra blanket on top for added support. I have one bolster over here and a chair. You could use a chair or a couch or the side of a bed if you have a lower bed. And know that if you need to pause this video and reorient yourself so that you have something, we're going to actually be elevating our legs up onto a chair or couch. And the position that we're looking for is vertical in the thighs and then horizontal with the calves. So I'll show you how to get into that posture momentarily. But you will need something to support your legs to come into that elevated place. So you might pause this video and then grab what you need and meet me on your mat. Hi, namaste. Thank you for joining me. And again, you might pause here to grab or move yourself towards a place where you can have your legs elevated on a chair or a couch. You might grab a bolster or some sort of cushion pillow to put beneath the hips. This is a folded blanket that I have. That's just for some weight to put on the belly. And a yoga mat with a blanket on top for extra support. I have a pillow here for behind my head. And optional is a strap and an eye pillow. So in this practice, we're going to just really notice how this whole 5-day experience has been, and welcome the cumulative effects of restorative yoga, yoga nidra, gratitude practice, and putting our attention on the things we want to cultivate in this life, and how that can really have this cumulative power over time, especially when brought in with the power of the rhythms of nature. So let's come to lay on the earth. And just bring your feet over towards your chair for now, and then take a moment to find a comfortable position with your pillow behind your head. And we're going to bring the right knee into the chest and stretch it up to the sky. And just let your leg kind of rock from side to side. This can be a nice place to use the strap. If you have trouble gripping the leg, you can bring strap beneath your foot and then gently sway from side to side. So we'll just take a couple of moments, closing down the eyes. Let your jaw and your tongue soften, parting your teeth. Just letting your legs sway gently. Deep breaths here into the low belly. Just a gentle encouragement of your breath. No need to strain or put too much effort, but bringing an awareness to the breath, an intention to the breath. And then relaxing the leg just as it is, begin to roll your ankle slowly round and round. Taking again deep breaths through your nose, down into the belly. Letting your head rest heavy, reversing the direction of the ankle circles. And exploring any other movements that would feel good in your ankle here. Maybe side to side. What about the rest of the foot and the toes? Just exploring through those gentle, intuitive movements with the ankle and the foot and the toes. One more deep breath here. And then hugging knee into the chest, you might interlace fingers on top of the knee. And then just letting your knee circle a couple of times here in one direction. And again, you might close your eyes and imagine that you're taking deep breaths into your hip. And then reversing direction of the circles. Good, and then one more option. You can continue circling if this one doesn't quite work for your body, but you can reach your hand to the outside of your foot, so the little toe edge of your foot, and bring your knee gently down towards the earth with a 90-degree bend in your leg and just gently pressing the heel up to the sky. So this is a little bit more of a deeper, more active stretch, a little bit less restorative, but only if it feels good. Just exploring that stretch. Deep breath here. So sort of like a half blissful baby pose. One more breath. Good, and then releasing your leg back onto the support. And we'll bring the other leg in, interlacing fingers behind the thigh, extending the foot up to the sky, flexing through that foot. Option to use a strap here if you like, and then just simply letting your legs sway. So again, you might close down the eyes here. If you have a tight hamstring, you might have a little bend in your knee. I have a very tight hamstrings right now. So this is about as far as my leg can straighten at the moment. Gentle sway, relaxing the face, letting the head be heavy. You might imagine you could breathe into the stretch in the back of your leg. Good, and then the next time that your leg kind of passes through center, pausing here and rotating your ankle. So again, you might just relax with the eyes closed, gently circling the ankle in one direction, round and round. Reversing direction, deep breaths into the belly. You might imagine you could send your breath down into your toes and then begin to explore any movements that would feel good in the ankle the foot, the toes, moving intuitively. Good, and then releasing the foot down, interlacing fingers on top of the knee or the shin, and just little circles here with the knee. Again, closing through the eyes, circling round and round. Deep breaths through the nostrils. Reversing direction. Good, and then option to continue circling, or you might explore that blissful baby position on the other side, reaching the hand towards the outside of the foot, or you might wrap your peace fingers around the big toe, bringing the knee down towards the earth, foot to the sky, sole of the foot to the sky, the calf and shin perpendicular to the earth, a 90-degree bend in that knee. And you might even press your heel gently to the sky and give a very gentle pull of your foot down to the earth with your hand. Only if it feels good. A deep breath or two. If for any reason this doesn't feel good for the low back or the hip, just skipping over this. One more deep breath here. And then releasing, bringing foot back onto your chair. And if for any reason you need to release this inversion, you can simply bring your legs into a shavasana position on the bolster or pillow instead of coming a little bit deeper into this inversion. But if it feels good, we're now going to come up to bring the hips onto the pillow or bolster. So the hips come onto the pillow or bolster and settle into that support. From here, I'm going to actually take my strap, and this part is optional. So if you don't have a strap or a scarf, you can just skip over this part. But I'm going to bring the strap and wrap it around my legs just to have a little bit more sort of snugness and support around my thighs so that they can kind of just fall away from each other. I'm scooching this bolster directly beneath my pelvis and sacrum for the most optimal support, the pillow behind my head, and I'm actually going to bring this folded blanket, which is nice and heavy. These half moon blankets are nice and heavy, and place it on top of my belly. And I'm going to take my eye pillow, place it on top of my eyes, and just take a moment here now to find a comfortable placement for the hands, which might be on top of the belly or the blanket on your belly, or it might be down alongside your hips on the earth, wherever feels good. And then notice if you need to take any little adjustments here to get even more comfortable, adjusting your legs, relaxing your feet, adjusting your shoulders or pelvis, relaxing the jaw, and deep breaths in an effortless rhythm into your belly. Feel the support of the props beneath your body. And allow yourself to completely settle here. Deep, rhythmic breaths into your low belly. You might imagine you're massaging the bundle of neurons within your belly, within your gut, the enteric brain. You might imagine you're massaging that bundle of neurons with your breath, breathing down into your belly. Letting the teeth part, and you might even draw the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. As you settle into support here, could you just take a moment to welcome the cumulative effects of these 5 days of restorative yoga for the full moon, perhaps yoga nidra, gratitude, noticing how what you practice and put your attention on grows. So taking a moment now to witness any of the beautiful growth that's happened within you or around you in the past days of practice and cultivating gratitude. And might you actually take the next few moments to practice gratitude towards yourself for showing up and taking the time to soothe your nervous system, to set up all of the props and supports, to do the practices that cultivate peace and calm in your nervous system, gratitude in your emotional tone, the mood of your body. And the absolutely incredible benefits that these practices have on the mind. The mindset you're cultivating as a conscious creator of your life, your mindset, your outlook on the world, your perception of yourself, thank you. Thank you for taking this time, for practicing self-care. If at any point you feel the urge to release this inversion, listen to your body. But if it's available and comfortable, might you rest here, feeling the effects of this practice and all the ones that came before it. Noticing the effects. A gentle encouragement of the breath. resting deeply. And now, would you wiggle the fingers and toes? You might like to stay in this position a little bit longer, and that's okay too. You might even like to practice Yoga Nidra in this position, as I'll be adding some practices to the end of this video. If you'd like to explore a Nidra practice after this, but bringing some more movements to the ankles and the wrists if you're going to switch positions for that or come to the end of your practice. Rolling out the ankles, the wrists, removing your eye pillow if you've got one, and just bringing hands over top of the eyes and letting the eyes slowly adjust to the light beyond the eyelids, and removing the hands a little bit at a time, giving yourself the space and time that you need to slowly flutter the eyes open. If you've got a pillow or a blanket on top of the belly, removing that. And then removing the pillow or bolster from beneath your hips, letting your hips come down onto the earth and hugging knees gently into the chest. And just rolling here, gently side to side, rocking, rolling. Noticing the effects of that gentle inversion. And then for some of you, you might actually be moving into Yoga Nidra practice. So you might just scoot yourself a little bit and then bring the legs onto the bolster, maybe a blanket over top of the body and an eye covering. Or you might be coming to complete your practice, and that's okay too. So take whatever option is right for you. You might roll to one side if you're coming up to seated, just taking a couple of breaths here, feeling the support of the earth. Again, noticing the cumulative practice benefits of this entire full moon restorative yoga immersion. Noticing how you feel in this moment at the end of this experience. And once again, you might just mentally whisper the words "thank you" to yourself. for taking this time and dedication, this tapas, this burning enthusiasm to complete this whole 5 days. It takes a lot of enthusiasm. Tapas. Can you slowly press yourself up if you're completing your practice with me today? Can come to that comfortable seated position and gather hands in at the heart in Namaskar Mudra. Closing the eyes, bowing the head gently. Thanking yourself for taking this time. Noticing what you've cultivated over these past 5 days together. Feel it in your body, in your nervous system, in the mood of your body, in your energy, in your mindset. Feel what you're grateful for in this moment. Feel it in your heart. Let it expand. Imagine yourself like a radio signal emanating the feeling of gratitude, the energy of gratitude out into the world all around you. In your mind's eye, see each of the things or feel each of the things that you're grateful for. And thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me, for joining us here at the School of Living Yoga in this 5-day immersion. I'll be moving into some quick announcements for the end of this immersion. And then at the end of this video, I'll post a link to a couple of Yoga Nidra practices that would be beneficial as you complete this journey. Again, if you're not sure about the immersion, I'll post the details below and I'll give you all the details here now. Thank you. Thank you again so much for joining me, for joining us, our staff here at the School of Living Yoga from our Moon to Moon Restorative Yoga Teacher Training. We are absolutely thrilled how many beautiful, incredible souls have joined this immersion with us and have been sharing all of the love, and we're seeing so many incredible comments coming through on the practices, and it's just really so amazing the power of deep rest and restorative yoga and yoga nidra. It really is a medicine for the times in so many ways, and we just can't thank you enough for being here. So know that if you're practicing this immersion in real time, we are going to give a few days for people to catch up. For anybody that is excited about winning this amazing prize giveaway of the eye massager. And if you're here with us as a trainee, a student of the Moon to Moon Restorative Yoga Teacher Training, please leave us a comment below. And if you'd like to learn more information about this online 70-hour restorative yoga teacher training, It's a beautiful experience that flows through the different phases of the moon and restorative yoga and becoming a guide of restorative yoga. It is now 100% self-paced. It usually takes about 4 moon cycles to complete the entire journey in a very spacious online format that is both a hybrid of go at your own pace material and supported live calls where you get to practice on a partner in our beautiful community. And we just absolutely love having people join that community and dive deeply into the wisdom of restorative yoga for the nervous system with us. So if you'd like to learn more about that, I will leave a link below with all of the details. We are accepting applications, so you are welcome to apply if you'd like to join us. And know that I'm going to be leaving a yoga nidra practice here at the end. If you'd like to now go into a nidra practice, there will be a couple of options at the end of this video for you to choose from. And I'm just so honored that you're here, that you've completed this whole 5 days. Like, yay, you. Let me know how you feel after 5 full days of just really focusing on cultivating gratitude. It's amazing what this practice has done for me in my own life, in the way that it's really shifted so much in my lived experience day to day of my reality in this world. And so I'd love to hear from you guys and let me know how this 5 days has gone for you. So just another big, huge thank you to Elizabeth and Kristyn and Tiina for their beautiful guidance and practices over the past 5 days. And thank you to each and every one of you who joined me and our team. So this immersion is here for you in the future if you'd like to do it again, if you'd like to share it with a friend. If you made it to the end of this immersion, if you've made it to the end of this video, please leave me a little secret code word in the comments that says Chandra, the word Chandra, Chandra. This is a transliteration of the Sanskrit word Chandra, which means moon. So in the yoga tradition, Sanskrit is the language that brings all of the wisdom through the Vedas and the texts, and you might know from different classes these different words that are spoken in Sanskrit for the different postures, and the word for moon is Chandra. So if you could type that in the comments below, I'll know that you made it all the way to the end of the immersion and all the way to the end of this video. Thank you again so much for being here. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful, may you be free. Namaste.